Hello.
Everyone,
Hello. Hello.
is am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so today is your week two summary session. Can you please mute?
Yes, ma'am.
Someone's mic is on, so please mute yourself. So today we will discuss week two topics. So till now in week one you have studied descriptive inferential statistics and types of data, categorical variable, numerical variable, and measurement scales, ratio scale, interval scale. All these things you have studied in week one, right?
Ma'am, I have a doubt
What?
that my score is low in mathematics. Just graded assignment.
So mathematics out you should ask to your mathematics instructors, not here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So let me present my screen first.
Okay.
1 minute. My screen is visible.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you all seen the lecture videos of week two?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
what all topics you have studied there in week content?
Graphical representation of categorical data and numerical data.
Okay, numerical data as well or only categorical?
No, just categorical data.
Only categorical.
Yes.
Bar
So
graph, Pareto chart, and pie chart.
yes. So in week two we will focus on categorical data only, and in week three we will study about the numerical variable.
मैम डिफरेंस थोड़ा बता देंगे वो कैटेगोरिकल डेटा और न्यूमेरिकल डेटा में.
Okay, so categorical data is like which represents the label of a few things. Suppose you are representing the color of your shirt.
यस मैम.
Okay, so color can be green, blue, yellow, something like that, which do not have any numerical value,
यस ओके मैम.
right? And a numerical variable will have a numerical meaning. Okay, suppose someone is asking about your height.
यस मैम.
Okay, so that has a meaningful number associated with your height.
अच्छा मैम, जिसे हम गिन सकते हैं.
Yes.
अच्छा ओके मैम.
Okay.
यस मैम.
Ma'am, can you tell what we're going to do in this session? The questions you will take or just the summary thing?
It in this session we will take summary. In the next session we will take solve with us and doubt session for week two. Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay.
can you give the PDF for the summaries?
Yes, yes, it will be uploaded on the portal itself. You can find it there.
Ma'am, I
Okay,
have
so
a doubt in a question of week two, graph based.
okay, so let me first explain the topics and then you can ask your doubts. Okay. Otherwise, we will separately have a doubt session as well. There also you can ask your doubts. Okay, so
Okay.
first we
Ma'am.
will discuss the topics and then you ask.
No, ma'am, I have a doubt about I am
मैम, लास्ट में 5 मिनट देना डाउट सेशन के लिए.
See, separately we have a doubt session. Okay, so let me start with the content first and then we can take your
Okay.
doubts.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
And please mute your mic if you don't have to ask anything. Okay.
ma'am, I have a doubt about what is the definition of manipulated axis.
Okay, we will see it. Let me come to that topic and then we will discuss it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so first thing that we have to study in week two is frequency distribution or frequency table. So what is frequency table or frequency distribution? Anyone?
It is the distribution of counts.
Ma'am, it is a table in which the categories are listed and with their corresponding counts, number of times each category occurs.
Yes. So in frequency distribution, what we do is We write all the distinct values available in our data set, and we write their corresponding frequency. Okay, so I'm just writing the definition as well. So the frequency distribution of a qualitative data. Okay, it is a listing of distinct values and their frequencies. Okay, so let's suppose we have a data set where we have the value something like A, B, C, D. Okay, so we have suppose A, something like this. Okay, so now we have to create the frequency table of this small data set. So first of all, what we will do, we will write all the distinct values in our data set.
Excuse me, ma'am.
If you do all these things, then I will have to mute everyone. Okay, so please avoid these things.
Hello.
Yes.
मैम आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? मैं मेरा फर्स्ट लेक्चर है.
This is a week
वीक
two.
वन वीक वन में मैं ज्वाइन ही नहीं वो पा रहा था.
So you can watch the recorded lectures. This is available in the YouTube. You can see.
Okay, ma'am, can you share the link, please?
So you can find the link in your calendar.
Okay,
हेलो
thank you.
Okay.
हेलो
Yes.
मैम क्वालिटेटिव डाटा एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिएगा.
Okay. So qualitative data is nothing but your categorical variable. Okay. Where
अच्छा मैम.
yes. So which do not have any numerical meaning associated with it. It is just labeling your data points.
तो मैम कैटेगोरिकल डेटा को एक क्वालिटेटिव डेटा कहते हैं.
Yes.
अच्छा ओके मैम.
Okay. So first of all, we will write all the distinct values. So you can see 4 letters are there: A, B, C, and D, right? No other letter
Yes.
is there. Okay.
Um,
Then we use the telemarks to represent the frequency. Okay. And then we will count it and we can write the frequency. So start counting it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we write telemark something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You have to cross it. Okay. Then we will count B. So 1. Okay. Then 2. Right. So 2B are there. Then 1 and 2. 2C are there. Then 1, 2. 2D are there. Now we can write the frequency. So what is the frequency of A?
4,
4, right? And frequency of B is 2,
2.
and 2,
टू.
right? So if you want to
Yes, ma'am.
find the total number of observation, you have to add all the frequency.
10.
10, ma'am.
So this is the simple frequency distribution or frequency table for a data set. Okay, so I hope it's clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, now
ma'am.
next is relative frequency.
Singaroy.
Okay, so what is relative frequency?
Frequency divided by the total numbers of
Yes,
Frequency
so
of a particular
relative.
value by the total number of observations.
Comparing of given frequency by total frequency.
Okay, fine. So relative frequency is what? It is the ratio of the frequency to the total number of the observation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the ratio of the frequency to the total number of observations. Okay, it is called relative frequency. Okay, so in the previous table, if you want to find the relative frequency, what you have to do? I'm writing in the same table. So you have to write the relative frequency. So
4
what?
divided by 10.
Yes, so for A, the relative
Zero-
frequency will be 4
0.4.
divided by
0.4
10.
divided by 10.
Yeah, so it is 0.4. Okay, similarly for 2, it will be 2 divided by 10.
0.2.
0.2.
0.2.
Okay,
Same for the 0.2.
yeah. Okay, so now you all know how we find the relative frequency. So we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to
Yes,
we have
ma'am.
to
Yes,
see the
ma'am.
frequency of that particular value data point, and then we have to divide by the total number of observations or sum of the frequency. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so why we use relative frequency is, so by relative frequency, you can compare within your data set. So now you can see that in your data set, which is this, okay, you can see that 0.4 proportion, or you can say that 40% of in the entire data set, 40% of A are present, right? And 20% B, and the remaining 20% is C, and the remaining 20% is D. Okay, it can be different values as well. Suppose it is 0.4, 0.3 something, then it will be 40% and B will be 30%. Okay, so by relative frequency, you can find the proportion of the categories in your entire data set. So you can get some idea. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, what you thought in previous, first one is relative frequency and the above one is?
This is frequency, okay, which represents the counts of that particular category, okay, and this is the relative frequency, okay, so which represents the proportion of that category in the entire data set. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, you told that relative frequency is useful to find the exact how many percentage they are. And can you tell me what is the use of normal frequency?
Yeah, so normal frequency will tell you the count of that particular category. So you can see that if you want to know how many A are present in the data set, you can say that 4 number of A's are there in your data set. Okay, and if you want to know that how much proportion A holds in your entire data set, then you can see that 40% of the weightage, okay, is occupied by A.
Sir, ma'am, can you repeat once again what is the use of relative frequency?
Yeah, so for comparing the data set, or if you want to know that how much weightage is occupied by a particular category, okay, then you can find your relative frequency. So you can see here the relative frequency of A is 0.4, okay, which represents the proportion. One more thing, when you take the summation of relative frequency, it should always be equal to 1. Okay, whenever you take the summation of relative frequency, it will be 1. So basically, it tells you the weightage or proportion of that category in the entire data set.
Ma'am, but why relative frequency are not oftenly used in the bar chart?
So see, we will see these things as well. So if you want to know the proportion or relative frequency, in that case, we use pie chart instead of bar chart. If we are interested in the proportion or percentage, we use pie chart.
Okay.
Okay. So now next we have to see the charts only.
I mean, pie chart, it is always a relative frequency, or can we use frequency also?
Okay, let me discuss all these things.
Ma'am, I have doubt in this same concept. When you add all the relative frequency, add up to one. So
Hmm.
what is the significance of one? I mean, how we'll use this one in the question?
See,
Um,
it gives you an idea like the entire should be 100% or 1. So it is giving you that sense that when you are adding all the frequencies, like all the relative frequency, okay, so it gives you a sense that it is a total.
As
actually,
same
Whenever
the
like
professor was
percentage of
teaching us.
probability.
She told, wait, bro. She told
whenever
us
you
that we
take
can
that,
compare the two things from the relative frequency. Then how it will when the same the relative frequency add up to one for the all the data. Then how we can compare it? Usha ma'am told us that the relative frequency is used to compare the data, but here it's add up to one for the all. Then how we can compare it?
so if you, so this is one data set. Within the data set also you can compare, or you want to compare two different data set, then also you can see. Suppose this is your one data set and you have another data set in which also you have some A and B's and all. Okay. Okay, I'm randomly writing all these values. Okay. Suppose here, okay, this is your data set. Now you can count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here the count is 6. Okay. Now you have to find the relative frequency. Okay, so similarly, you will find, like, you will write the frequency of each category and then you will find the relative frequency. Okay, so in that case, you
Ma'am,
will get some proportion. You will get some
like Usha ma'am told, relative frequency always fall between 0 and 1, and that they are, good standard for comparison. Like, how
Yes.
is it a good standard? Can you explain that?
Okay, see. Wait, we will see the pie chart and all, you will understand it. Okay.
Ma'am, is it same like probability na?
You can say, okay, probability is also like number of favorable events divided by total
It
number
is
of
same like
outcomes. Okay.
probability and percentage too.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's
Yeah.
like a percentage, right?
Yeah, it gives you the percentage. If
Yeah,
you multiply
probability.
it by 100, okay, then it will be percentage. And here it is in decimal, so it will be representing you the proportion. And it will always be between 0 to 1. Okay, let me explain you the charts and all, and then you will see. Okay. So we have to study two types of chart for categorical data. So first one is bar chart. Okay, and second one is pie chart. So in bar chart,
I mean, bar chart, what is manipulated y-axis?
yes, I'm coming to that point. Just wait for a few minutes. Okay, let's take pie chart first. Okay, so anyone would like to explain what is pie chart?
Pie chart is a representation where we give the total weightage of each category means in proportion to the other categories. It is represented by a circle. The full 100% is the 360-degree, and each angle represents the total proportion of that category with respect to others.
Okay, so I'm just writing the definition. So a pie chart is a circle. Okay, which is divided into pieces or slices, you can see. Okay, proportional to the
Relative frequency.
Ma'am, what is tally marks? Is it the binary representation of frequency or what?
one minute.
Hello.
Yes. So tally marks are used to represent the count or frequency of the categories.
Hello, ma'am. Can I ask some questions regarding my
Ma'am,
doubt of?
frequency itself is a count.
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. Can I ask some doubts regarding assignment which I have?
Okay, not now. We will first discuss the summary and then you can ask your doubts. Okay, otherwise we have doubt session as well, solve weather session. There you can ask. Okay, otherwise it will interrupt other students.
Okay.
Okay, so tally marks.
Ma'am,
Someone who's asking about tally marks. So
frequency itself.
yeah, frequency also. So how we use the tally marks is 1 minute. Both are same. Both gives you the count of that particular category. So this is like you are starting from here. So this is one. So you just make this line. Okay. Then this. Okay. Then you again make this line. Okay. Then you are going here. Then you make this line. And then again you make this line. And suppose one more A is there, then you will do something like that. So in this way, you just write you don't have to remember it up to a great number. You just write your tally marks and then you can count your tally marks. Suppose you're writing it like this. And then you can count that this is 5, this is 5, and this is 5. So the total frequency will be 15. So this
Ma'am,
makes it easier to count.
when the doubt session will be open?
Doubt session will be on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, so then you can ask. Okay, let me complete the topics first. So if you want to make the pie chart of this data set, okay, where we have 4 categories, okay, and frequency of A is 4 and the others are 2.
Ma'am, are you revising the week to all the means topics?
Yes, yes. We will discuss all the topics of week 2.
Okay.
So pie chart is basically a circle, right? So you can see 4 categories are there, A, B, C, and D. Okay, so A, the relative frequency of A is 0.4, and for B it is 0.2, again 0.2 and 0.2. So how we can make the pie chart? So the total, the circle is 360 degree, right? So if you are manually making your pie chart, you want to know the angles. So what you have to do, you have to multiply it with 360 degree. Okay, then it will give you the angle for all the different categories. So it will be 144. Okay, then again you have to multiply it with 360 degree. So it will be 72 degree. And the others will also be 72 degree only. Now you can prepare your pie chart. Suppose this is your baseline, you're starting from here, then you have to make angle of 144 degree. Okay, so suppose it is something like this. Okay, then from this line you have to make 72 degree. So suppose it is something like this and something like this. So suppose this is your category A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So this is 40%. So either you can write 40% or you can write in the proportion also.
Ma'am, why we are multiplying 360 with the average means their particular points?
Yeah, so the total angle, the total is 360 degree, right? So if
Yeah,
you have to make the
360
pie
at
chart,
least.
this is how you will know like what angle should be there. Otherwise,
Okay.
how will you make the line, right?
On Google Sheet we don't do this.
Yeah, on
We
Google
just
Sheet,
we
yeah,
just we just select all the data which we
yes,
have.
this is for if you are making it manually. In Google Sheets, you
Okay.
don't have to do these things.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
ma'am. I mean, the exam, will they ask questions related to how
Do
to
we
do in
have to
Google
make
Sheet?
these things on Google
No,
Sheet
no,
also, ma'am?
no. These things will not be asked in the questions, in the exam. Sorry, Google Sheets and all.
No,
Ma'am,
means
You have to
will they
do.
give any operation to do on Google Sheet or ask about it?
See, in extra activities, you will be doing these things. Okay, but in the exams, you will not be asked the questions regarding the Google Sheets.
Ma'am, as in CT, we get questions on the lectures. So in exam also we will get like this. We have to go to lecture and see individually?
Sorry, what? What you're asking?
Like in CT, the scores and other cards sir have shown in lecture, and on the basis of it we have to answer in assignment. So in exam also this type of question will come.
I'm not sure about CT, but the similar kind of question you see in your assignment, graded assignment, practice assignment, similar kind of question you will see in your exam as well. But in your
And
exam, you
same
will not
pattern.
get the question from Google Sheets.
Okay,
It
okay,
will
ma'am.
be having the same pattern as like objective only.
Yeah, objective and numerical types also.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I think she want to ask that these data will be given there, means some cards related uh, uh, documents will be there for when they ask these type of questions related cards of mark sheet or passage type
In
question.
statistics, if the question is
In
asked,
computational thinking, I'm asking computational thinking, their cards related question.
computational thinking, I don't know. You can ask your respective instructor about that.
Ma'am,
Okay.
can you please stop asking their doubt? No, taking their doubts, it's breaking the
Ma'am, one
flow.
doubt. Can I also
Ma'am,
ask
please take the
something?
doubt in last. They're just breaking the
Yes,
flow
we
only.
have a separate doubt session. So please don't ask these type of questions, especially you are asking the different subject.
They can
You
mail
should
the
not ask.
support team. They can ask that kind of thought.
Ma'am, I
Yes.
want to ask a general question. It will take less than 1 minute. Can I?
What is that question? Okay, ask.
I was asking that how will we get to know that if we have passed the graded assignment, so that
Okay, these things we can discuss later. Okay. So your
And one
marks
thing,
will be
ma'am.
visible on your dashboard itself. Okay.
Ma'am, how you convert the degrees to a percentage? Can you explain that? In that lectures, it was in percentage.
So these degrees. So see, this is the relative frequency for the particular category, right?
Yes,
0
ma'am.
0.4, 0.2. Okay. So you have to multiply it by 360 degree because 360 degree is the total for the circle.
Ma'am, then you get the angle, but how to get the percentage in the pie chart? In that lecture, it was totally percentage.
Okay, so see, this is 0 0.4. So 0 0.4, if you multiply it by 100, okay, so if you multiply the relative frequency by 100, you will get the percentage. Okay, so if you multiply here by 100, it will be 40%, right? And this will
Ma'am,
be
Ma'am, how
20%.
we will get the per relative frequency from percentage?
Relative frequency by percentage, you can divide by 100. Okay, you just
Ma'am,
have to do the opposite.
hello, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, how to now we to use pie chart, bar chart, and Pareto chart?
Yes, yes, that's what I'm discussing, but you guys are having some more different questions. So I'm explaining everything. Please listen to me first and then ask your doubts. It will be beneficial for you only.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am, please
let me
cover the
complete
summary.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise it will take more time to complete. Okay. Okay, so I hope it's clear how we create a pie chart. Okay, so here each different pieces or slices represent a different or distinct category. Okay, so in each slice, we should write the category name and the percentage. Okay, so this is how we make pie chart. Now next we have to see how we make the bar chart.
Excuse me, ma'am, doubt from pie chart only.
Hmm.
I mean, the pie chart and bar chart, it is for only categorical data or for categorical numerical both? Pie
It is
chart
for
and
categorical only. Yeah, it's for
okay.
categorical, both the charts. Okay, now bar chart is simply I'm not writing the definition. I hope it's clear to everyone. So on bar chart, what we do, we represent all the
Ma'am,
categories on the x-axis. Hmm.
ma'am, just now you said that both for categorical data or numerical data or only for
No, no, no.
categorical.
Only for categorical, not for both. I
Okay,
mean, these
thank you.
both pie chart and bar chart, both are used for categorical data only.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So in bar chart, suppose we
Excuse
have.
me, ma'am.
Hello. Ma'am,
Yes.
please can you off the chats? Continuously chats are done.
Sorry,
It's
what?
disturbing it. प्लीज ऑफ नो चैट्स कब के सब लोग चैट्स कर रहे हैं बीच में आ ही रहा है नोटिफिकेशन ये बाहर
Yes,
जो
ma'am.
बाहर में भी बीच में आ रहा है
You can
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
then you
Turn
can
off
if
the
you do it
notifications.
yourself.
Ma'am, how can we find this?
थैंक यू
Ma'am, how can we find these lectures in recorded version? क्योंकि मेरे को आपका नेटवर्क नहीं है तो
Live sessions.
in live session, yeah, live sessions I'm talking about.
Yeah, so live session, you will get the YouTube link in your calendar. So from there, you can access the recorded one.
But whenever I click to the link, it shows only the old videos, not the recent ones.
Ma'am, I hope you mute them all from your side. Open them in the last 10 minutes for any doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so
Ma'am,
in
just
bar chart, okay, so bar chart, what we do, we represent the frequency. Okay, so this is your 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so in the previous data set, we had the frequency of A was 4, for B it was 2, for C it was 2, and for D also it was 2. Okay, so how we represent, we have to make a bar.
those who don't talk, just turn off mic off. It's noisiness. Just mute.
The echo is being produced.
Please mute your mic, otherwise I will mute everyone.
Can you just mute everyone, please? It's kindly
Yes,
request.
ma'am.
Hello.
Then you can unmute in the last 10 minutes.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes. See, if you keep disturbing the class, we will have to cancel the class. And do
Ma'am,
not
please,
take
ma'am,
it
please
very
mute
lightly.
everyone. I
Ma'am,
think
your
it,
connection
it
is weak. Your voice is
Everyone mute
lagging.
everyone.
Everyone just mute.
Hello.
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 Yes.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking. I think your
It's
connection is too weak.
it's hel hello. Is it okay now?
No, ma'am, it's still lagging.
Okay, 1 minute.
Hello. Ma'am, can you go back to the relative frequency, please, once again?
Hello, am I audible now? Hello.
Hello. Hello. Can you explain the relative frequency a little more detail?
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
am I
ma'am.
audible?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're not,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
your
ma'am.
screen is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
visible, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
yes, ma'am,
Ma'am.
you're audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am,
okay,
you are
listen to me
audible.
Yes,
carefully.
ma'am.
Screen is not
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You're audible.
Ma'am, can you rejoin
Ma'am,
yourself?
mute everyone.
yes, you are.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, now I'm representing my screen.
Ma'am, you are
Just
not
wait for
audible.
a
Your
minute.
screen is not visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will represent my screen. I am audible or not?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Yeah. Now it's visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
The class and let me continue with the remaining topics. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so here you can see we have to make the bar according to the frequency. Okay, so the height should be equal to the frequency of that particular category. So A has 4. Okay, now the frequency of B is 2. So we will make the bar till 2. And similarly for C and D. Okay, so this is how we make the bar chart. So let's take one more example. Suppose we have a different numbers. Okay, suppose it is 4, it is 6. Okay, this is 3, suppose this is 2. Now again, if we have to make bar chart, what we will do? This is suppose A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, so if we have to make bar chart, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so A is 4. So this is the bar for A. Then for B, it is 6. So this is the bar for B. Then for C, it is 3. Okay, and then for D, it is 2. So this is how we make the bar chart. Okay, now one more thing is there. There is a Pareto chart as well. Anyone knows what is Pareto chart? So Pareto chart, what we do in Pareto chart, we have to make the bars according to their frequency. So which one has the highest frequency? So we will draw that category at the first. So here you can see for the same data, where A is 4, B 6 times, then C is 3 times, and the D is 2 times. Okay. So what we will do? We will draw the bar for B first. Okay. So basically we have to make it in the decreasing order. Okay. So whichever category has the highest frequency, we will draw that first. So this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So B has the maximum number of observation. B is occurring maximum number of times. So this is the bar for B. Now next we have A. Okay, so after 6 we have 4. So A is occurring 4 number of times. So then we will draw A. Okay, which has the frequency 4. Then we can see after A, C is occurring 3 number of times. So then we will draw the graph or the bar for C, which is 3. Okay, then for D, which has the lowest frequency. And now in the bar, we should write the frequency as well. So this is 6, this is 4, this is 3, and this is 2. Okay. Now if we draw the chart in this way, okay, where the first category should have the highest frequency. Okay, so this is your Pareto chart, and this is the normal bar chart. Okay, where you can draw the categories in any order, but in the Pareto chart, we draw that category at the first, which has the maximum number of observation. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone. Now, so this is for nominal data. Suppose if you have a ordinal data. Okay, so suppose we have a shirt size. So the data is size and frequency. So which is representing the shirt size, suppose. So it can be small, medium, and large. Anyone has any doubt?
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
ma'am,
Please
Ma'am, your
explain
screen
Pareto
shot.
chart once again.
yes,
Madam, please explain it again.
Ma'am, can we draw in
Ma'am, your screen
increasing order?
shot.
Your
How
screen
to
is
draw?
not visible.
Yes,
And
yes.
in
I have
Pareto chart,
stopped the
it's
screen.
arranged in ascending order or descending order, or both can be done.
Descending order.
We have to make Pareto chart in the descending order only.
Can you explain it
ma'am,
Please,
But
again?
actually, there was one practice question, a multiple cut question, where
Yes,
it
ma'am.
was asked about this. I
Please
give
explain
descending
Pareto
order,
chart once
but
again.
they gave both ascending order and descending order as the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, in case in a Pareto chart, if two category have same frequency, what we will do?
then you can make anyone at any place. If both they have four, then you can make A first or C first. That depends on you.
Ma'am, what are the
Actually, there
basic
was
need of
one
Pareto
question
chart if we
that
have bar
it
chart
was
too?
some Pareto charts were given. In one, it was arranged in ascending order. In one, it was arranged in descending order, and another option was given. Both are possible. I gave the descending order part, but in the answer they gave both are possible in a
Yeah,
practice.
Yes, both are
there were
possible
two such
because
questions.
in bars it is
Okay, okay, I will
descending
see.
order and in line it is both.
Definition also says na frequency should be in order. It doesn't state at ascending or descending.
Okay, okay, I'll see that thing. Okay.
Ma'am, one question,
It
ma'am.
can be in both the orders.
Hello? Hello, ma'am, one question. Hello?
Okay, ask.
Ma'am, if I present the same data set using both a pie chart and a bar chart, will both always lead to same interception, or any difference will they make?
See, in Pareto chart, we make it in a order, so it just directly gives you an idea that okay, that category B has the most number of observation. Okay, so
Hello?
directly you can find that observation. That yes,
Hello?
yes.
Yeah, the Pareto chart can be either ascending or descending.
Okay, I'll check this thing,
Yeah.
and
Secondly,
then we'll let you know in
there are
the
two
next session.
bars which are equal. Then they call it bimodal.
Yes, definitely. If you have two categories which have same number of frequency, then it will be a bimodal.
Yeah. So that can be placed either ways in Pareto chart.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now next is if you have ordinal kind of data. Okay, so suppose this is your 7, this is 8, suppose this is 5. Okay, so whenever you have ordinal data, you have to maintain the order.
Ma'am, your sound is just buffering.
So it's clear here. I think some of the people are having problems.
Mr. Because you're ending from your device itself, ma'am's voice is repeating,
Yeah, it's clear in our
echoing.
device, my
Your
device.
voice is repeating, ma'am.
So now please mute your mic and let me speak. Okay, so whenever you have ordinal data, you have to maintain the order here. So here you can represent it small, medium, large. Okay, or you can make it like large. Can you please mute your mic? Okay, then it will be large, medium, and small. So these two representations are correct. Now you have to make the bars as well. So for S, it is 7. So 0, 1, 2. Okay, so for S, we have 7. So it will be something like this. Then for medium, we have 8 observations. So it will be like this. And then for large, we have only 5. Okay, so this is 5, this is 7, and this is 8. So either we can make it in the increasing order, or we can make the categories in the decreasing order as well. So here we have large is 5. Suppose this is 5. Okay, then we have medium as 8. Suppose this is 8, and then for small we have 7. Okay, but we should not make it like small, large, and medium. Okay, so this will be your wrong representation. These two are correct.
Ma'am, one thing,
Okay,
ma'am.
so either we can arrange our categories in ascending order or in the descending order.
Ma'am, is we want to
And I
arrange
think
in
that
the
this
Only in
number
the
of
case of
times.
ordinal we have to do this, or every time?
So this is for ordinal data. Because for ordinal data only you can arrange, right? If you have
Yeah.
nominal data, then you cannot arrange.
Okay.
Okay, there you know like medium is greater than small size and large is greater than medium size. Okay, so there we have to maintain the order if you have ordinal data.
Ma'am, if we arrange it in the order that increasing number, total number of elements or the frequency for the first and for the next just decreasing.
See,
It
here
is
we
a
have
Pareto
to,
chart.
we don't have to make Pareto chart here. We have to maintain the order according to the categories. Okay, we don't have to worry about the frequency here. Okay, so always we have to maintain the order of the categories and not we don't have to worry about the frequency. Okay?
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
hello,
Yes.
ma'am.
I
Yes.
I can't seem to understand the difference between ordinal and nominal data. Exactly why that ordinal? What is the
Okay,
difference between
see.
them?
Okay, so ordinal and nominal. So in nominal data, suppose
Ma'am,
you have a color variable which is a color. So there are suppose 4 colors: blue, green, red, yellow. So can you tell that, can you say that blue is greater than yellow or green is less than red? Something like this? No, right? Because there is no order. We cannot say that this color is greater than the other color. But here we know that shirt size. So whenever you purchase a shirt, you know that small size is like smaller in the size and medium will be uh, bigger than this small size shirt and the large one. And then we have XL, then we have double
Or
XL. So there is a order between these shirt size. We can arrange them,
Ma'am,
right?
Ma'am, hello.
Ma'am,
Yes.
have you written the here Pareto chart for shirt size?
No, this is not a Pareto chart. See, the shirt size is a ordinal variable. So whenever you have an ordinal variable, we have to write the categories either in the ascending order or in the descending order.
Ma'am,
what kind of
hello,
chart
ma'am.
is this? If
Okay, Pareto chart
it's not
we can
Pareto
use
chart,
for,
then what is it?
your voice is not clear to me.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Is it not like that? The bar chart is in descending and the line chart is in ascending order. Isn't it not like that? The bar chart is in a descending order and the line chart is in the ascending. Thus, we say Pareto chart is both descending and ascending.
Yes, ma'am. In lecture, ma'am also said this.
Okay, I'll see for the Pareto chart, but I am here explaining about the ordinal variable. So
Ma'am, can you?
whenever you have a ordinal variable, we have to
I'm sorry.
maintain this order.
Sorry to interrupt, but I want to ask, can you resolve this nominal and ordinal? What is this? Can you explain?
So in nominal, we cannot arrange our categories. Okay, there is no order between the categories. But in ordinal, you can see that this category is bigger
Ma'am,
or greater than this
also
category.
also their subtypes means ordinal and another which related to it. Please explain it.
Hello.
Suppose
May
we
just
have
come in just to just tell you this that I think they're confused between nominal and ordinal. Where you say nominal is categorized, like you have a category of things which is set together and they are not in order. But
yes.
where in ordinal it is in order, you say good, average, bad, excellent. So that comes under ordinal where you have an order. You go from bad, average, good, and then excellent. But whereas in category, what we're talking about is it's categorized into one thing. It doesn't have order. That's the reason the graph can be anyway. The bars can be anyway. It can be this or that. That's it. But in ordinal, it has to be starting from average, bad, average, good, and excellent. So that is the way it has to be done.
Okay.
Okay, it's clear now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now bar chart and pie chart is clear. Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, ma'am, when you said that ordinal has known values where one goes from greater to lower, must it be like universally recognized? Because there was a question in our assignment which said that soccer players are ordinal or nominal value. Since as personally, I think some positions are more important, so I ranked them accordingly and therefore selected ordinal. But
See,
is
these
it
are just
because
positions. Okay, and not,
It is
you cannot
subjective. I cannot
say,
say one position is greater than the other. Important part that is
yes.
subjective to human beings, but you cannot say that front position is greater than the back.
चार्ज यहीं लगा रहेंगे मत लगा चार्ज शुरू हो गया बात मानो बात हम खोल देंगे चार्ज बहुत स्लो हो गया मोबाइल चार्ज नहीं ले रहा है एकदम हम चार्ज अंशु भैया को ढेर नहीं दे रहा है
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, now I hope it's clear to everyone what is bar chart and what is pie chart. Whenever we have to make pie chart or bar chart, we always have to label our data set. Okay, so whenever you are making this bar, you have to write the frequency. Okay, and here we represent our categories. Okay, and now in the y-axis, you should write that whatever this is representing. So if it is a count, you can write it as the count. According to the data set, it can be changed. Okay, and whenever you are making the pie chart, you always have to label your slices. Okay, so suppose this slice is representing the category A, so you have to mention that it is A and 40% is its weightage. Okay, so this is how we make our bar chart and pie chart. So pie chart is majorly used when we are interested in the proportion of the categories in the entire data set. Okay, in that case, we prefer the pie chart. And whenever we are interested in the count of the categories, in that case, we prefer bar chart. Someone's is mic is on, I think. Okay. So whenever we are interested in the proportion, we can make the pie chart. And whenever we are interested in the count, okay, then we can make the bar chart. So you can see in the bar chart, we represent the count or the frequency. So from here, we can directly see that how many times the medium size shirt is there. Okay. And whenever we are interested in the proportion of the category, so then in that case, we use the pie chart. Okay. Because in pie chart, what we generally represent is the percentage or proportion also we can write. Okay. Otherwise, you can use both the charts. Both are for categorical variable, but pie chart is suitable for proportion or the weightage of the categories, and bar chart is majorly used for the if you are interested in the count of the categories. So whenever you have so many categories in your data set, okay, so suppose you have a data set where you have A, B, C, D. Okay, so you have too many categories in your data set where you can see that A is suppose occurring 40% of suppose okay, I'm writing the frequency first. Suppose it is occurring for 40, the frequency of A is 40 and frequency of B is suppose 50. Frequency of C is suppose 60. Frequency of D is suppose 70. E is suppose 30. Okay, and then F, G, H, these are like suppose 5, 2, 1, 4, suppose 6. Okay, and the other categories also 1, 2, 3. So we can see that these categories are occupying the major proportion of the entire data set. And the remaining, these categories are very less in the count, very less in numbers. So what we can do, we can combine all these categories which are very less in frequency, and we can make one more category called others. So whenever we have too many categories, where some of the categories occupying the major proportion and some of the are very less in number, we can make a pie chart, sorry, a bar chart, or we can make pie chart as well. So for bar chart, what we do? So we represent A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so we represent A, B, C, D, E, and then we will write a category called others. Okay, so other has all these categories F, G, H, I, J, and all the other categories, whatever are there in your data set. So now, how we will represent it? So A is 40. So suppose this is your 40. Okay, then B is 50. So suppose this is 50. Okay, then C is 60. So this is 60. Then D is for 70. So this is 70. Okay, and then E is 30. So this is E 30. And then what we will do? We will add all these categories. Okay, whatever is there, whatever the summation is that, and then we will represent the bar for that category. Okay, let's say it is 20. Suppose I have not taken the summation, but suppose it is 20, then we have to take the summation and accordingly we can make the bar. Okay, few more categories are there. We have to take summation of all these categories and then we will make the bar for them. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am.
Is it clear to everyone?
Yes,
Ma'am.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you have too many categories, you can make the bar chart like this. Similarly, you can make pie chart as well. Okay, you will take the summation and then you can find the
Excuse me, ma'am.
proportion in the
Ma'am,
entire. Hmm.
ma'am, if
I have a
all
doubt.
from A to K, let's say K, all have almost same frequency, then we have to mention all on the bar chart and the pie chart.
Sorry, what?
If we have too many categories and almost all of them are having the same frequency, like 40, 50, there's no minor frequency, all are means
Then you
like
can,
same.
then you can represent all the categories. But if you have some categories which are very, whose frequency are very less, then you can combine them. Okay, which
Okay.
are like minor, then you can combine them.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, can you explain the different use of both this means pie chart and bar chart uses? Can you explain it?
Okay, the bar chart and pie chart are used for the graphical representation of your categorical variable. So
Ma'am,
Excuse
I
me,
want to
ma'am.
ask, ma'am, which type of data means we represent in pie chart and what is the main difference between them? Any difference it
see,
have?
the bar chart and pie chart both are used for categorical variable only. Okay, so I already told one thing that whenever we are interested in finding out the proportion or weightage of the categories, in that case, we prefer pie chart.
देख ले भाई क्या किस बार आया वाला काम
Okay.
3% चालू
Ma'am, once means when I was means watching the lecture, there sir has said that one this bar chart represent means give us a median and mode, but pie chart is not. It only gives mean only or anything. Can you explain this?
See, for categorical data, we cannot find the mean.
Categorical means?
Can you explain mean?
See, mean and all we will study in week 3 content. So for categorical data, we can find only mode and median. And median can only be find for ordinal data and not for nominal data.
Yeah, ma'am,
Ma'am,
I am
we can
asking
say
that
pie
median
chart
and
as
mode
well.
we have in this week, but what means median and mode? It comes in nominal or ordinal? Means if we are
Yes,
finding
I'm
mode.
coming to that point only.
Ma'am, just now you told that when we have too many categories, we can represent in bar chart and pie chart also. But there was one
Yes.
question that if we have too many categories, which one is ideal, bar chart or pie chart? They gave the answer as bar chart and not pie chart. Means if they said if you have too many categories with small frequencies,
See, it's
that is pie chart is not ideal. Could you please explain why?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please explain when is the bar chart and when is the pie chart is useful?
I'm
see,
In which
asking
that's
case?
not
what
when
I'm
pie chart, not
explaining.
bar chart. I am asking about the too many categories part. Means just now you said that when there are too many categories, both bar chart and pie chart are useful. But in
Ma'am,
our
I think
assignment, we had the
pie
question that
chart used for shares representation.
That's what I'm explaining that whenever you are interested in the proportion or the weightage or percentage of the categories, you can make pie chart. And whenever you are interested in the count, then we can make bar chart. Okay, otherwise, both the chart can be used for categorical data. It just
means
you
when
have
there are
to
too
decide.
many
Define
categories, is pie
properly
chart
this count.
ideal? When there are too
Well,
many
actually,
categories,
I'm confused about one thing. Professor told us that relative frequency can be used for both bar chart and pie chart. Then how it will tell us the
See, relative frequency you
share
can
and the
always
count?
calculate. See, it's not like key in one situation you can use only bar chart, and in one situation you can use pie chart. You can use all both the charts always. It just depends on what type of question you are asking from your data set.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
the question is
I
that
am not able to ask my question. Can I please ask my doubt? And my
Mm-hmm.
doubt is that is if there are too many categories with low frequencies, as you just now mentioned, is pie chart ideal for that?
You can make pie chart as well. What you will do, you will find the percentage of taking the summation of all the categories.
Actually, in our assignment, we had this question that if we had too many categories, then which is ideal, bar chart or pie chart, or both or none? They said that the answer that bar chart is ideal, while pie chart is not ideal if there are too many categories.
Yes,
Okay.
if there are too many categories, the each pie का part बहुत छोटा हो जाएगा.
So what is the problem?
It is not clear from the figure.
Hello.
Can't we
Hello.
involve the minor ones
Ma'am, I
other
have
than
a
pie
small
chart?
doubt regarding categories. Ma'am, you said that A, B, C, D, E, or there are categories, many categories, but we know that these are the limited ones. What if we doesn't know how many categories are there?
Hello.
You will know, you will always know how many categories are there. So it
In
is
the
for
ma'am, but in
these.
the question itself, they used to give this much of categories. These are the name of the categories they used to provide for us.
See, the objective of this thing is that if you have so many categories, suppose you have 20 categories, okay, where only 5 categories are like occupying the major proportion of the data set.
Ma'am,
Okay,
my
then what
doubt
you
is you said over there are 20. You just given some a whole number right now. There are 20 categories, 15 categories. But I am saying, what if that's the what if we doesn't know how many categories are there? It's an
No
imaginary.
such question will be given.
in the question you will be given na, how many categories are there. Otherwise, how will you know?
Ma'am,
Always be
just
given
a
to you.
small doubt.
Explaining.
Ma'am,
So
is-
in
can
question,
I
Ma'am,
ask?
that how
ma'am,
many
if
there?
we present the same data set using both a pie chart and a bar chart, ma'am, if we present the same data set using both a pie chart and a bar chart,
So you can make pie chart as well for it.
and bar chart same as together,
See,
which one will
so
be more
this category,
convenient?
in this category, what I have done, I
Here
have
you done bar.
taken the, okay, I have not written the exact number. You have to add all these, okay, whatever the categories are given to you. Then you have to take the summation, and in the bar chart, you will write the sum of all the categories, okay,
Ma'am,
which are there in the
I asked,
category.
I asked
Okay, then
if we
for,
do the same for
yes, that,
both a pie chart and a bar chart, which
yes,
will
so,
be more comfortable for better understanding in a simple manner.
Excuse me. Let me just explain one thing. The
okay.
thing is like they are confused between pie
Ma'am,
chart
can
and
you
bar
explain
chart
the
is
first point once
the pie
again?
chart is majorly involved with the shares. How many
Yes.
percentage of share each one is got. Whereas the bar chart is more ideal for representing when there are variables more. When you have the multiple things and put it in one together. The same thing is like in bar chart you don't have the percentage that is represented. But whereas in pie chart it is a percentage that is represented.
Okay.
So when the question itself is which is ideal for this, it simply means that you can have both. But which is more ideal? That is why when you say when you have more of this F, G, H, I, J put together, that will go in the bar chart. In a pie chart, it's not ideal, but it can be made. But it will not convey the exact message what you want to convey.
So if you want to make the pie chart for in this situation, similarly, you will add and then you will find the relative frequency for all of these together. Okay, and then in the combined form, you can present that, okay, 20% are occupied by these minor categories altogether. So in this way, you can represent it, but not for separate categories like this. This is not a good way to represent. But you can combine them, then you can find their weightage combined, and then you can represent in separate category called others.
Ma'am, if we combine the others together, it will be comes Tala and the majority will be there. No? It will come lesser in the Tala form of the others. Then what will you do? The importance of the Tala, importance of the majority will become shorter, isn't it?
That's just a representation. When you add up all the small together, that will be larger than the normal ones. But it is just the information. But because it's individually when you take up, like you say that madam had given an example of Dhoni thing, then the individual plays an important role. So that is what we are looking at: who has got more wickets or who has got more scores. That way, when others come, others will lose their importance because they are adding up everybody and saying they scored 1,000 runs, but whereas an individual score must be higher than. So in the bar chart, it will represent the individual score more higher.
My question is not that. Mike asked that if we add up the others and
let's
it
stop.
becomes a taller one, then it looks more significant than the actual category. Will be that.
Still, these categories will be the significant, and these will not be much significant in that case. Okay, you can simply find that. Suppose this
But
is
if
A,
we add up
B, you
and it
can.
becomes top of all that, it becomes taller and it
So
comes
that's
to the
okay.
top
That's
of.
completely okay. We don't have to worry about these things. Still, these categories will be major. If it comes to suppose 70%, then still will not be a big issue. It is just a representation of your data set. Still, these categories will be the significant for your data set because these other categories have many minor categories. This is not a single category. It combines so many different categories in your data set. So these are
But
minor still. Okay, and these
but
will be your
when we
major.
look on the bar for a snapshot, it is the taller than the majority, right?
Which majority?
Taller than the main bars. The others comes to taller and it becomes
Okay, if
a.
it comes, that's okay. It's not an issue. We are just representing our data set. It's not an issue that it is being higher than other ones.
But for a snapshot, it becomes we probably think that that will be
Can we
the
move for the
majority.
next topic, please?
Yes, ma'am. Please move to the next topic. It's enough.
Next class, okay.
Ma'am went out.
So till now you have seen the graphical representation, graphical summary for
मैम
the
सबको रीड करके पढ़ाइए.
So we have seen the graphical summary for the dataset, categorical variable. Okay, now we will see for how we can use the descriptive measures for our categorical variable. I think someone's mic is on. Okay, so now we have to see the mode and median for the categorical variable. Okay, so mode is nothing but the category which has the highest frequency. So the mode of a categorical variable is the most common okay, or we can say the category with highest frequency. Okay, so whichever category has the maximum number of observation or highest frequency, that will be the mode for your data set. And if two categories are having the highest number of frequency, then both the categories will be your mode. In that case, we can say that our data set is bimodal. Okay, so now from the graph, how you can see? So in the bar chart, the longest bar will be your mode. Okay, so longest bar in the bar chart. So that category will be your mode. Okay, and if you're using the pie chart, then in that case, the widest slice, okay, the widest slice or piece, whatever you say, okay, so that will represent your mode in that case. Okay, and if you are using the Pareto chart, in that case, your first category will be the mode. Okay, because in Pareto chart, what we do, whichever category has the highest frequency, we represent it at the first position. So the first category shown in the Pareto chart. Okay, so these things. So whenever you have a bar chart, you can see whatever category has the longest bar, that will be your mode. In pie chart, the widest slice will be that category will be your mode. And in the Pareto chart, the first category will be your mode. Okay. Can you please mute your mic? Now next is how we can find the median. So median we can find for ordinal data only. So in categorical data, we have two categories. Okay. So in categorical data, we have two things, nominal and ordinal. Okay. So for median, whenever you find median, you have to arrange your data set. In nominal data, you cannot arrange your data set. So in nominal data set, we cannot find the median, but for ordinal data set, we can find the median. Okay. So again, if you have a data set, suppose the shirt size. So suppose we have small, small. Okay, suppose this is your data set. So first what we will do, you will arrange the data set first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 S are there. So 4S. Then we have medium. 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times medium. Then large, we have 1 time only. Then we have XL 2 times. So total number of observations are 10 here. Okay. So total we have 10 observations. So median is basically the middle value in the data set. So let me write the definition also. The median of an ordinal variable is the category of the middle observation. Okay. Of the sorted value. So whenever you arrange your data set, in that case, whichever category falls in the middle of the data set, that will be your median. So here you have even number of data points, sorry. So the two middle observation will be your median. Okay. So in that case, fifth and sixth observation should be your median, which means these two. So you can see whatever category fall in the middle position, that will be your median. Okay, so here we can see, here we have 4 observations. These 4 observations to the right side and to the left side, and these two are falling in the middle position. So median will be the medium size shirt. If in case here, if it is not medium, it is suppose L. Suppose two different categories are falling in the middle position. Okay, in that case, either median sorry, either medium or large will be your median. Okay, so whatever falls in the between, in the middle position, that will be your median. Okay, now if you have in the same data set, if I remove one category, if you have suppose 11 number of observations, suppose if I add, okay, now we have 11 number of observation. Again, we have to arrange. So S is 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Then we have M 3 times. Then we have large 1 time, and then we have XL 3 times. Okay, so here we have total 11 number of observations. So again, we have to see which category falls in the middle position. So you can see these 5 observation we have to exclude, and these 5. Then in the middle position, this one falls. So this M size shirt will be your median. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, it's clear.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can you explain this activity question?
Ma'am, I have doubt in the even number of median. To find the median in for the even number, do we need to take the average of the middle value? I mean the m, the
See,
first m and the second m.
whenever you have numerical data, in that case, we take average of the middle two observation. But here we have categorical data, so we cannot find the average. So what we say, these two, either this or this, will be median.
Okay, ma'am, one more
Ma'am,
doubt. The median is the position itself or the value of the position?
See, median. Can you please mute your mic, whoever this person is? So median is the value of the category which falls in the middle position. Okay, so what we do, if you have 10 number of data points, okay, 10 values are there. First, we need to arrange our data either in the ascending order or in the descending order. Then you have to see in the middle position which category is there. So here we have even number of observations. So these two are the middle position. Okay, so these two will be your median. So
Okay,
the
ma'am.
median is
If
actually
this is the
this.
fifth position and this is the sixth position, then the value of the position is m. So m is the median, right? Not
Yes,
the
yes.
position itself.
Not the position, yeah.
Ma'am,
The
Okay,
value
this was
at that
my
position.
confusion.
Yes,
ma'am,
yes.
is there an
ma'am,
equation for this?
So the
uh,
medium
Ma'am,
size shirt will be your
one
median.
one question.
Hmm.
Ma'am, one question,
Mm-hmm.
please. Ma'am, activity one, question number 10. I don't understand these questions.
So activity week 1 is already done, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to ask, then you can
Ma'am,
join
week
the
two,
doubt
week
session.
two,
See, we
week
will
two.
have a doubt session on week 2 as well. So you can ask your activity question doubts there.
Ma'am,
Okay.
is there
ma'am,
any equation for even numbers of numbers which are comes now it's 10, so we can count it out, but if it comes to 90, 100.
Okay. Yeah, so there is a formula actually. So the formula is basically for we use it for numerical variable. So if you have even, okay, so for even the formula is something like n by 2th observation plus n by 2th, n by 2 plus 1 observation divided by 2. Okay. And when you have odd number of observation, then the formula is n plus 1 divided by 2th observation. Okay, but this formula is used for numerical variable. There we find the average. Okay,
um,
but
ma'am, uh,
For categorical data, does that mean there can be two median values? Like in the example, both the median values are M, but what if one was M and then other was L? Then
Yeah, that
how?
I already explained. So in that case, we say that both the categories, like either this or this, will be your median.
Ma'am, so
Like this.
categorical data, you can have two different medians if there are even number of cases.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. The
Ma'am,
formula you give it's for the numerical, and for the
Yeah.
categorical we have to find manually.
So you can use this formula as well, but what you will say that the variable, the value at this position, because we cannot find the average. So n by 2th position and n by 2 plus 1th position. Okay. So the values at these position will be your median. Okay. So you can see in that case, we have n equals to 10, right? So n by 2, which means 5th position, and n by 2 plus 1, which means 6th position. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see that here, this is 5th and this is 6th, right? So these two will be your median, either this or this. So in
ma'am,
that
So
case,
for
we don't need
categorical
to,
data, we don't take the average. We just
yes,
tell the position.
yes, we don't need to take the average because we cannot take the average. It's a
oh,
We
categorical
ma'am,
just
variable.
define the
ma'am,
position.
can you
Position
explain
was
the
S.
numerical on that equation, numerical equation?
For numerical variable, we will see the question in the week 3. We will
Oh,
study these things for week 3. In week 3, we will study the
Ma'am,
numerical variable.
can
okay,
you go
ma'am.
to the previous question, please? Yeah, if in the fifth position it was S, so how will you take the median then? Like S
Yes, in
and
that
M.
case, S and M, yes. So generally we say it like either S or M, but we will consider both. Okay, if it is different, then we will consider both.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Hmm.
Ma'am, can we say that the median makes no sense if we are talking of the nominal variable?
See, in nominal, we cannot find the median because there we cannot arrange our data. So in
Yes,
nominal
ma'am.
data set, we do not find the median actually.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, measures of central tendency are mean, mode, and median, or just only mode and median?
No, so measure of central tendency, mean, median, mode, both, all the three, but here we are studying only for the categorical variable. So for categorical variable, we cannot find the mean because we do not have any numerical meaning. Okay, so we do not study the mean for the categorical variable. We can find the mode, okay, and we can find the median, but for ordinal variable only, not for nominal. Okay, and when
Okay,
we
ma'am.
study about the numerical variable, then we will see all the measures. Okay, median, mode, and the measure
Okay,
of
ma'am.
dispersion as well. Okay, range, standard deviation, variance. So these things we will study in the week 3 content. In week 2, we have to focus on the categorical variable only. Okay, so
Ma'am,
whatever
that
Ma'am,
means
one thing, ma'am. Ma'am, can the median of a data set ever be greater than the mean?
yes, it can be. It depends on the data set.
Can you
In
explain
that
the
case,
conditions that would happen?
see, you are asking the week 3 content. We will see it later. Okay, so mean and median, it's not like a mean should be greater than, it depends on the data set. Okay, different data set, you can have different median or mean. It can be greater
मैम
than,
मैम क्या मोड भी मतलब क्या सिर्फ ऑर्डिनल के लिए कैलकुलेट मोड कैन आल्सो बी कैलकुलेटेड फॉर नॉमिनल राइट
mode can be calculated for any kind of data set. It is nominal or it is, you can always calculate it. So mode is just representing the maximum frequency, the category which has the maximum frequency. There we don't need to arrange our data set.
ओके मैम थैंक
Ma'am, is there a data set without mode? Is that possible?
Yes, it's possible. Suppose if you have a data set, you have 10 values and all the 10 values are different. So the frequency for each value is one only.
Okay.
Ma'am, do we want to write notes when teaching?
Sorry, you are not audible to me properly.
Ma'am, do you want to make notes when you're teaching?
It's your choice. If you want to make notes, you can make.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt regarding bar chart. Can I?
Hmm.
Ma'am, if we rotate a bar chart by 90-degree towards right, it will be a good representation or not?
You are rotating your pie chart.
Yes, ma'am, towards right by 90 degrees.
So
Ma'am,
you are saying that if I am making the chart something like this and you are rotating, then it will be something.
ma'am, bar chart, not pie chart.
He's
Sorry.
talking about the bar chart, ma'am.
Okay, sorry,
He's
sorry.
saying the frequency on the y-axis. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So you're saying that in y-axis you're representing the categories, and on
Yes, ma'am.
x-axis you're representing your count. Yeah, you can do that.
Ma'am, in GA, we have a question that which one will be better representation? Then which one should I prefer?
So this is mostly preferred, but it's not like that that is wrong. That also you can use, but this one we most often use.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Ma'am,
I have
Uh,
doubt in activity question of week 2. Can you take it?
okay, activity questions we can discuss in the doubt session.
Ma'am, when will the doubt session you are saying that thing?
excuse me, ma'am.
When is the doubt session actually?
So doubt session, okay, we'll send the announcement. Either it will be on Sunday or it will be on Tuesday.
Okay, ma'am.
So
Excuse me,
we will
ma'am.
send the email and you will get to know. Hmm.
Ma'am, if
Ma'am,
we have suppose 10
can we
categories and
rearrange this order D, C, B, and A?
Yes, you can rearrange. If you want to make it Pareto chart, you can make that. Or it depends on you how you want to arrange it on the x-axis.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am, not regarding this subject.
Hmm.
Ma'am, in every week, at least 2 or 3 classes are just getting overlapped each other. For example, on this Tuesday, computer thinking, our statistics are just overlapped at the same time. It is very difficult
It is
for us
okay.
to.
So both are the instructor session, or one is TA session and one is instructor session.
And one
Let
is
me
TA
check.
session and one is instructor session.
Yeah, so
Both are
that can
different.
happen. One TA session and one instructor session can clash, but two instructor session will never be clashing. So TA
Ma'am,
session you can think what. So you have to decide whatever is more important. Otherwise, all the lectures, these instructor sessions are recorded, so you can watch it later
both
as
are
well.
not TA session, ma'am. Both are something, I think, instruction sessions only.
I don't think so that two instructor session will be clashing.
Oh. Ma'am, what to do for it, ma'am? Because it's I can't able to just get into only one subject. Is there any chance to just postpone one classes afterwards like that?
You can watch that lecture on the YouTube, and if you have the doubt, then come back and ask it. I did this actually.
Ma'am,
There
what
was
to
a
do?
session about CT and stat. So in the CT, sir was just taking the doubt, and in stat, ma'am was teaching us the summary. So I watched that lecture on YouTube and joined the CT session for the doubt.
Ma'am, all the TA sessions are for statistics course 10 a.m. to in the morning class, ma'am. I am a 12th student, so it's so difficult to enroll in that class. So what to do?
Not all the session will be in the morning. I think some of the TA session are in the evening as well.
Ma'am, all in Mondays and Fridays, all the class TA sessions in the morning for statistics.
Lecture is over. We can leave.
Yes, you can leave if you have
Hello.
anything. Ask.
Hello.
Otherwise, we will have doubt session. You can ask your doubts there.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
Hello.
ma'am, if
Yes.
we suppose have 10 categories and all of them have the same frequency, then can we define the mode or it will be declared as no mode?
See, when we use the mode, whenever you have like when category which has maximum number of, okay, in that case we talk about mode. If all the categories are having same number of observation, we do not need to find the mode in that case, because mode will not be giving us any good information about the data set.
Okay. And ma'am, one more question. For categorical data, mean has no value, right?
Yeah, for categorical data, you cannot find the mean.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, can you go to this relative frequency screen which you have done some calculations?
Okay, one minute. This one?
Exactly. Now you have this tally marks frequency and then relative frequency. I have a question. Like, I mean, one of the activities it says like the list of countries are given. Okay, and then you
Sorry,
have a number of
list of.
medals won.
Sorry, can you please
Countries,
repeat?
ma'am. List of countries.
Yeah, you have a
List.
list of countries and the
Okay.
number of medals won. That is given. But how do you calculate the relative frequency for that?
You have list of countries and then?
The number of medals won by each country.
Okay.
So there are only two things like Argentina, Australia, China, France, Germany, etc. And you have number of medals 4, 29, 70, 42, 42, 67. But how do you calculate? I mean, the formula. How do you go calculating the relative frequency for it?
Okay, where is that question?
Actually, you can add all the data from the country and the particular country if asking the relative frequency, we can calculate that. First,
See,
you have
for
to add all the total observation.
it will be the
Yeah,
information will be
the
given
total
in
number
the
of medals
question.
are 500.
Yeah, I remember that question was the Olympic question, right? Olympic
Yeah,
question.
but
Yeah.
I'm not too very clear. See, when you have this example what you are given category A, B, C, D, and tally marks 4, 2, 2, and all that frequency you are given, and again relative frequency is calculated in a very simple manner. When this frequency is going to vary, it's going to be in odd numbers like 70, 60, or 40, 20, and all that. How do you calculate the frequency, relative frequency for that?
For that also you have to use the same thing. You have to divide the frequency by the total frequency. So this is the simple formula for relative frequency. It does not matter what the number is here in the frequency.
Hello, ma'am.
All, yes.
Ma'am, Pareto chart is drawn sorting of frequencies or by sorting of variable if it is an ordinal variable.
The Pareto chart we sort by frequency. And if you
Frequency only,
have,
no?
yes, and if you have ordinal variable, then you have to maintain the order and you will represent the your categories on the x-axis, either in the increasing order or in the decreasing order.
Okay. Then ma'am, frequencies will need not
Yeah,
be in the common order.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Then you have to maintain the order of the categories.
Okay.
And if you have nominal, then you can use Pareto chart, or you can simply use bar chart as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, now what you thought will be coming for this entire week 2, ma'am? Or anything, something else more than?
What?
Ma'am, now what you thought will be is it is the entire week 2, or something more is there?
Yeah, week 2 content is old, and these are the topics in week 2.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
can you explain the truncated graph and the y-axis break? Just one more time. Y-axis break and truncated graph. And also sorry, missing baseline and start with zero. What is that concept?
So the thing is, we should always start our baseline from 0. Okay, so if you represent if you start your baseline from some other number, suppose 60, okay, then it might not give you the correct idea of your data set. Okay, the comparison will not be easy, so that's not a correct representation. So that's why we always start with the 0 as baseline. And truncated graph or something like we just miss some values and start from some other values. Okay, in that case, suppose here it is. You are starting from 0 and you are taking the difference of suppose 5. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, something like this. In truncated, it is like this is 0 and there it is suppose 20, and then you are taking suppose 25 and 30, something like this. So you have skipped these values. So here the difference is of 5, but here the difference is of 20.
So is it the correct graph on the right side because we have this zigzag thing?
So we should not prefer this chart actually, but sometimes it depends on the data set if you don't have the values, but actually it's not the good representation.
But sometimes if we have to make this graph with the baseline of 70, and then can we zigzag and then start the graph? Will it be a right choice to do? Because in the question there was some kind of question given that to choose is it
Yeah,
right, correct or
actually,
not?
it's not correct actually, because this will
Yes, Ram.
mislead the information. That's why we should not make the graph in that way.
Ma'am, this sort of break, can you also do it on the x-axis?
Yes, we can do. People generally do things like that, but we should avoid doing these things.
Ma'am, two questions, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, in the lectures there is rounding off. Can you explain that?
Okay, so round off error is something like whenever you add all the categories, proportion, it should always be coming to 100%, or if you are taking relative frequency, it should be 1.
When we add the relative frequency, we want to get 1.
Yes, it should always be 1.
But when
Okay, so
we
when you,
round off it,
so that should not happen. If you are adding the proportion, it should be equal to 1, or if you are representing the percentage, it should be equal to 100%. Okay.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, second thing, ma'am. If we take two pie charts or two bar charts, the values are totally same, but the total population is 10 and the second one is 10,000. Will it both look same? Then what is the difference? How the audience get rid of that? How that difference get?
So you will representing the counts also, no? So for first data set, it is 10, and
No,
then
we are only giving the percentage in the pie charts, right, ma'am?
okay, yeah, you represent the percentage, but you should know the total number of observation always.
But for those when we look on the data, on the full data,
So you are saying that you are given the percentage of the category and you don't know the total number of observation.
yes, ma'am. But there are two charts, two pie charts. One the total is 10 and the second is 10,000. But the all the all these slices are same. All the percentage are also same. Then what difference this they make?
Actually, you just have to multiply.
If you know the total number of observation and you know the percentage of the
If we
category,
don't know how the viewers get understand that.
if you only know the weightage, then you cannot find the total number of observation. If you know the like the number of observation for this particular category, suppose it is 500, suppose it is 40%. Okay, in that case you can find. But if you only know the weightage of the categories and you don't know the total number of observation, in that case you cannot find. Some information will definitely be given to you, then only you can find it.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
But if it's not there, is there any formula to calculate it?
Any common formulas or something?
See, maybe in that case the count of one category will be given. Okay, maybe it is given that A has 500 observation, and suppose it is 40% of the total observation. Okay, so in that case you can find. But if nothing is given to you, only the weightage of the categories is given and the total number of observation is not given, in that case you cannot find.
Ma'am, this slices percentage is given.
Okay, so you have any particular question, then we can discuss that question in the next session. Okay?
Ma'am, I
Okay.
have a statement. Can you please explain this? Bar chart is best suited for representing share of cost of different categories in construction of a house. Is it a correct statement or wrong? Bar chart is best suited for represent share of cost of different categories in
So,
construction
okay,
of
I
a
have
house.
already explained these things. Now you tell me what should be the answer.
Here
You know,
also bar chart is the we can make bars for this also, right?
okay, I will not answer this question because I think
Ma'am, may I answer?
question is from GA. If the question is
No,
from
no,
GA,
ma'am. This is not from GA, ma'am. It's from the I guess practice assignment. Not from GA, ma'am.
so I have already told you that if you are interested in the proportion or share, then we prefer pie chart. If you're interested in the count of the categories, then we prefer bar chart.
Okay, so if you want to know the exact number, then we choose bar chart. And if you want to know the percentage, then we choose pie chart. Right.
That is preferable in that case.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the first time there's an open session? Because this is the first time I got an email about an open session. Could you please clarify?
Yeah, this is the open session for week 2.
Was there an open session for week 1?
Yes, it was there. It has already happened.
Oh, I think
I
I
think
missed
it
it
was
then. Thank you.
cancelled. I think it was cancelled because of the program, and we had a
No,
yearly
week 1
program.
session has been happened.
No, we received a mail that it has been cancelled because of the what is the program was happening in IIT Madras. We had that week, no? 3 days
Uh,
of
no,
what
no,
do
it
you
is
call
not
that?
cancelled. It happened after the paradox only.
I mean, due to paradox, it was cancelled, but I don't think that we received any mail that that is happening.
No, no, it's not cancelled. It has happened. It has occurred the class, week 1 class.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, one last
How?
question, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, if I make a pie chart where all four categories have 20 percentage, one chart says the labels are A, B, C, D for each category, and
There are 4.
another chart,
Hmm.
and then another chart, which also have the same percentage, but instead in the previous chart we have labeled it as A, B, C, D. Here we label it as poverty, wealth, crime, education.
Hmm.
Then the two charts mean the same thing.
No, no, it's not same.
Why?
It is just representing you the weightage of those categories in that particular data set. Okay, now you don't know the entire data set. Maybe in that one data set you have 500 observation, and in the other data set you have 1000 number of observation, and in both the data set you have 4 categories.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and all are having equal weightage. Okay, so it will be 25%, right?
Yes,
So the
ma'am.
25% of 500 will be different from the 25% of 100,000. So we cannot say that both the data set are same.
But the 100 and 1000 is not given given there, ma'am.
What?
The 100 and 1000.
So one data set is having 100 number of observation in total, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the second data set is having 1000 number of
1000.
observation in total.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then what's the issue?
But the
Hmm.
both the pie charts show the same percentage. If we divide it by 25%, 4 categories.
Okay, so 4 categories are 25%. Okay, so one is 25% of 100. Okay, and one is 25% of 1000. Okay, so if you have in one data set 100 number of observation, it will be 25 number of observation in each category. Okay, and in the second data set where you have 1000 number of observation in total, okay, and 4 categories with 25 percentage or 25% weightage of each category. So in that case, each category is having 250 number of observations.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay, ma'am.
you should know the total number of observation is there. Because percentage will, if you add up, it will always 100% only. But you need to worry about the total number of observation in the data set.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I get.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so I am closing the session now.
Ma'am, one small doubt.
Okay.
Ma'am, mode is a nominal variable or ordinal variable?
First of all, mode is not a variable. We can find the mode for the data set. Okay. So whenever, whatever your variable is, it can be ordinal or nominal or numerical. You can always find the mode. Okay, so most mode is nothing but the value or the data point in the data set which has the highest frequency.
Okay, ma'am. So it is a categorical variable. You have just written it.
See, I have already told you that in week 2 we are studying about categorical variable only. Okay, in week 3 we will study the same thing, the measures for numerical variable. Okay, so in this week we
Okay, ma'am.
have discussed only the categorical variable thing. Okay, we have mean, range, standard deviation, these things as well. But these we cannot calculate for categorical data. Okay, so we will study these things in the week 3 content.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, we can't find the median for nominal data, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now if you have any doubt, we will discuss everything in the doubt session. Okay, I'm
Yes, ma'am.
closing the session now.
Just a minute. Excuse me.
Yes.
Ma'am, will you send us the email about the live classes?
Yes, we send the email also. And if
Today's
you're not
Thursday got the mail.
sorry,
Today's Thursday got the mail and I wasn't aware that there were classes before.
okay, if you're not getting the mail, then you can find the session links in the calendar. Okay.
Okay.
So you can always check your calendar. If the session is there, it will be mentioned in your calendar and you can join with the link.
Okay.
Hello, Prerna ma'am.
Yes.
Do we have any recorded lectures for TA sessions?
For TA session, not all the lectures will be recorded. If we are discussing something new or something very important, then they can record it. And it will be uploaded in the calendar itself.
Okay.
Ma'am, I am a plus 2 student, so the classes at the morning, how will we attend that?
Classes are there in the evening also.
Then what about the morning? Both are important, isn't it?
See, I think not. Instructor session are always in the evening only. Some
Okay,
TA
ma'am.
session will be in the morning. So that depends on you. You want to join all the TA session, or you can join one session and ask your doubts. So that
Okay,
you will
ma'am.
have to manage.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Prana ma'am, for your time. I think it was a brainstorming session. You have a good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Asking a doubt earlier also that हमारे
Thank
ग्रेडेड
you, ma'am.
में हम पास हुए या नहीं वो कैसे पता चलेगा बिकॉज इट इज ओनली शोइंग द परसेंटेज लाइक 90%.
If you have any operational issue, you can always write your mail or query to the support team. Okay, so I'm closing the session now. You all can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.